Are you expecting anything less than too much light in the background? I'll sort of tone it down and make it TV style so we all can watch, right? Here. How do you like that? The only thing I want to show you are these army stripes. Okay? These army stripes, where they go to play in this game over here. This is roulette. How do we play roulette? They give us lines, divisions, and numbers. But how should we align the lines into numbers? I have a book, I'm not sure how far back I'd have to go, that will show you 10 different ways to design that roulette board. And every single time I have to think, oh, what was I thinking? Army stripes, okay. Triangles and squares, and somebody's calling me at 11:30 at night, so we're going to have to see who it is. I'm going to answer it. So you're there? I was just, hello? Okay, well now I have the phone number, okay? What I'm trying to say is, when you want to go, I'm going to try and show you the two of these together. The reason I'm doing this video, you can close it down right now. There ain't going to be much on it. I just feel fantastic. I feel insanely good, and I don't want to let it go without doing something about it. One puff of Mary Jane at 11:17, 11:18. One puff. I've been smoking the same one all day. I am the luckiest guy in the world. I can go flying and sailing for 99 cents on Mary J. That's about all it costs me. If I smoke anymore, and I'm starting to smoke more, I had 3 puffs today instead of 2. Puff the Magic Dragon, I guess it's what we call it. Live by the sea inside my head. How did that song go? Puff the Magic Dragon, live by the sea. And every time I hear that song, it reminds me is when I was younger, I went to camp, and there's certain things that I felt so deep inside of me, like a love you can't even have, because it's only between yourself and the enjoyment of what you felt was in that song. And not only that, if you know what it gives everybody else to listen to certain tunes, and you know how they felt about Puff the Magic Dragon as little kids, forget about being adults. We live each part of our life as the age and who we are at the moment. We live for the better of who we are, which is today and tomorrow, creating the future, to the long-lost past, to remember everything that's ever gone through our mind, only so we can actually know what it is to love again within inside of ourselves. But can you actually love in this world with so much deceit? I'm a lucky guy. But there's a lot of people hurting out there that haven't done anything wrong, and they ain't got any money to feed anybody. They're getting thrown out of their house, and they got to waste half their time setting up their schedule to get money, that they can't even make money anymore because they're too busy paying off this and that, because after you go bankrupt, they want you to pay some more. You went bankrupt, you're going to pay some more. Set up the system so that nobody pays. You want to make somebody pay for bankruptcy? You make big business pay for every single bankruptcy, personal bankruptcy that is, because it's big business, and where they gave the money, well, they should just give it back. That's why we have to get homegrown, and we have to plant it in our own backyard, so we don't have to say I spent $99 on gas to go and get it. This is what I'm going to show you between these two. We're going to try it. Well, first I want to go to Rodin's coil, which is over here. You see Rodin's coil? Rodin's coil. You see, but I turned all these the same way. I have all these points pointing this way. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 army stripes. How many army stripes do we get? And don't forget, in creation, certain things are only once, even though you'll see it happen, but it was the first strike of the match that lit the fire, that heated the camps, that cooked the food, that you all ate. So they put the fire, they put the army stripe first, building the outside, and then they put 1, 2, 3. And imagine if it was layers going this way up. 10 up this way. 10 this way is nothing. When you go 10 this way, you ain't got a house. But when you go 10 this way, you're going up and making a building. The phone is ringing again. I'll have to answer it. Hello? Yes? 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 Okay, so I'm going to think about it now. Is there a lot of people there? I'm not a, if I come there, I'm not a big dancer. Is it karaoke or is it dancing? What? Okay, so there's a chance I'm there, but right now I'm with Mary Jane, and she won't let me go anywhere. You tell Caroline that I'm with Mary Jane right now, and if Mary Jane goes away, I'll come over. Okay, bye. Bye-bye. This is a friend of mine. Okay, sweet Caroline. That North Carolina and Monopoly, $300. Is it $300? Pennsylvania is $320. Right? The Pacific is 300, and North Carolina, they're 300 each. What is it? It's the number 3 in a 10-10 world. 3 and 7. How about 3 and 7, 3 and 1? You got 10 and 4. That creates the number 7. Excuse me. That creates the number 7. So, I mean, and I wasn't coming out here to show you how we create the number 7 and how the army stripes work, but you already know that because of this, we know there's more than one level. And it's 12 rows of 3 numbers, okay? It's 12 here of 3 numbers. But it's a total of 6 and 6. I don't think it's any more than 12. There were 12 tribes. You know what that means? That means there's got to be a roof, and there's got to be a basement. It's got to work out. So somehow, either in all of these, some of these, or in one of these, the overlapping, Rubik's Cube has to fit inside of this. See this over here? See the 1? There's a 1 right here. We go down a little bit, we have 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Then we have 1 over here, but it's in the left world. Then we have 1 over here. We have 1 right, we have 1 left, 1 middle, 1 right. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then we have 1 left from here to here, and then 1 from here to here. See this one? The minute this one is in the same row, okay, they do not connect anywhere. Do you see them connecting? No. This is connecting a black one, okay? In fact, I have a funny feeling this part is, something about this is wrong. This piece does not exist here at all, this one over here. This one doesn't exist. It ends up to be 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. 1, 3, 1 is what it tells you. Why is this not good? This number over here, if I get it right, that is number 22. This one would be number 25. It's red, so this line is not right. This line is 27. This one is 30, so they go together. This one is 16. This one is 19. 3 above, 3 below. This one is the same thing, 18 and 21. This is where we get the 7th inning stretch. We come into over here, and it's the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game. This is where we're going. Now, are we playing over here, or are we playing over here, or do we play in the center? Don't forget, the empty space makes a design within it. The question is, what do we do, and how do we create that design? When after we do it, it comes out to this. How big do you want to make it? We've all seen Neanderthal, right? We all know where Neanderthal is. I'll just give you a quick reminder where Neanderthal is. Here's Neanderthal. Right there. You got a small Z, you got a bigger Z, you got a bigger Z, and you got a bigger Z. And I had to do this. I had no choice. And it's even got to get even bigger. Do you know why? Because I got to do the microcisms. What is the microcism? That's the rodent's coil. And I've got to go in the rodent's coil. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. And I got to do it all the way down here, so I have no choice but to follow what his coil does, because what the hell do I know from mathematics? So, what happens is, do you see the way this one is only 2 triangles? Do you see the way this one is divided over here, how much bigger it is? It's much bigger because there's more squares. There's more squares, and we can go down on this angle, okay? In here, we're splitting 9. When you split 9, it's one division, 1 center for 2 sides. When you split this, it's 2 on the left, 2 on the right. It's the windows that we get. Look how small this is. I cannot put the letter I in here, but I can put the letter I in here. So it's on this level that the letter I works. The other thing I wanted to mention, is the envelope, okay? And the envelope, okay. Okay, now I'm gonna try and draw this. Now let me tell you one thing. I keep repeating the same numbers. 288, 288, 188, 188, 288, 288. 125 times 1.25 times 288 is 360. You want to go 1 degree further? 19 by 19 is 361. I don't care if you get it in the hours in the day, in the minutes in the day, in the seconds in the day. But everything has to be relevant to the fact that if you take it in the minutes in the day and there's 1,440 minutes, show me today's clock. Then we'll switch things around, put it to 60 seconds, 90 seconds, whatever you want. We'll make our seconds go slower, we'll make our seconds go quicker. We'll have 24 hours a day, but 90 seconds to a minute, but the clock is going faster, making it look like 60. Otherwise, we'd have 36 hours a day. But it wasn't evil that did all of this. In order to live in this world, we had to make things bigger because we only can make them so small. There's only one size and how so small we can get before Neanderthal doesn't come in. Do you see what this is? If I close this, I'll close this, right? I want to show you something. I'm going to try and do this if I could. I saw this today. Okay. Now this would be an opened up ventilation system. If you close it, it's like going in through the roof. How are they getting in? This is what's on the roof. Imagine the square is on the roof. Okay? And you close this, you close this, you close this, you close that. Now you're going to make it look like this, the pyramid at the top. But if you did it like this, okay, I'm going to show you what it looks like when you do it like that. This is what happens when you do it like that. You have a flap on this side, you have a flap on this side, it flaps to the center. Nobody's getting any crisscross over here. It stops here. This is what you would get if you want 2 and 8 with your mind. This is what you would get with your mind, how you would open the scroll of your head. But this one puts the pyramid top. This one does not when it closes. What does that one do when it closes? That's what it looks like. Okay? It's all simple. You just got to go over it and 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 over. Hello? Okay, you decided you're going to make a movie now. Okay, let's do something just a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. And like I said, the word Heinz and the combination of each letter. Now, don't forget the I letter will not fit with the Z letter. But in this house, and in this house it fits. But in this house, it doesn't fit because there's no line between the line to put the line for the I. You understand? It's got every time you take your pen off the paper, you put it back down, you have to make a reason for it to be there. There has to be, you have to get it on these lines. Like I'll just show you one little thing. Here's the A letter, okay? But I'm in between the line here. I'm at the point here. I'm on a line, okay? There's certain things you can do and you can't do. If the dot's over here, that's fine. If the dot's over here, that's fine. But this stick, because you're in between a line, they may not have sticks this size. And this stick that I put in over here, this is what happens to it. It's an automatic. It's like it's going around in a circle if you want. You can't make it any smaller because you must use up from corner to corner in every single space. You will know when you made a mistake. It's very easy to see. This is how we find our crisscross corners and how we find the center to the cube design in 3D with our pens. Okay? So this is what happens to it. Now if you really want to see what ends up happening to it, it'll end up looking like an F because the point will come to the center. So this F will have to square off this box. And then the line in between, so now you have 7AF. That's what you automatically create because of this. And there's more ways to create these Neanderthals. When we're going 1, 1, 1, let's see what we're going with. Our first one, okay, is 9 and 12. The letter I and the 12th letter for L. 1 and 2 is 3, letter C. But in Pythagorean, Chandelian, Gematria, Kabbalah, you can fit your whole Kabbalah in here, and I'm going to do that a little bit later. I'm going to take the whole Kabbalah, all their letters and all their numbers, and there's not many. Only what's online, not offline, okay? Because what's offline is actually in between, and it's going towards. So anyways, this one over here is 35, 37, 39, 16 and 19 S&P. Q is over here, and T is over here under the QT, because look what this design is. It's a Y. It's two Ys, one up, one down, caught in between. See these little things here? Looks like an 8. There's no 8 here. Show me the 8. I guess that's where we're living, right? Something's together there. Oh, look over here, top of the 8, but this is where you get the whole 8. Do you follow? Things come out of these designs because they're obligations. Okay, obligations. You see over here in this over here. Okay, this is what's in between. You see the opening Y here? There's also a Y here. There's a larger Y over here. Here's a different kind of Y. Y and sometimes Y. Y and sometimes Y, because it's Y on both sides. So somehow this is talking about the letter Z. And like I said, it's 17 and 20. Z is the doghouse, and it goes right over here. Why? Because I told you. Did I tell you? I'm going to mention it, so I'll mention it. Because over here is the doghouse, the letter Z. The Q and the T, 2 and 8 and 17. Again, number 8, the queen and the dog, 62, 26, 2662, the queen and the dog, right over here. The Z goes here because in the alphabet you sometimes say elemental P, X, Y, Z, and sometimes Y. So flip over the Y. On this side, you'll be showing these 3 numbers. Here's number 17. Here's number 13. Here's number 15. 47, 17, and 15 is 32, and 13. Let's do it again. I made a mistake. 17 and 13 is 30. And 15 is 45, is that right? 17, 15, and 13. 15 and 13 is parts of the moon, joining man on the moon. One spirit of side, one soul. One spirit, one soul. You see this diamond over here? How it comes and brings this to this world and splits and brings it to this world? It's one V and a V over here. I connected here. Maybe I'm not supposed to make this connection here. Maybe I shouldn't make this connection here. But you see what this looks like over here with 2 colors? It's another V. But now it's one of those big fat V's. So we now, and over here is 25 and 27 equals 52. This one says Earth, 52. This one says 111. Okay, something to do with in the sky or in the matrix or whatever, because this has got to be in the sky between 2 places, because you got both areas black, and it's 111, and 111 stands for top of the Twin Towers. So whatever you say the Twin Towers are, I'm looking at the antenna on top of the roof of the Twin Towers is what I'm looking at. Because they said 110 floors, right? But what about the room that held the antenna? Just because it's a one room, did it not hold the antenna from the roof? I want to know. How was that antenna? Did you go to the roof and then go to the antenna? Or did you go to it the row before? Is there a separate hut on top of the roof? Because if the 110th floor had a roof to it, then automatically it's 111. That's what this is over here. Then you have this area over here. You take a look. Look, it's an 8. It's an 8 because it's 2 different colors. It's 2 different numbers, here and here. We get an 8. And we get an 8 on this side going this way. But it could be a number 3 because this is a red line. I don't know. I'm only asking myself the same questions I'm asking you. Because without you, there is no me. Well, there'd be a me, but I'd have to be asking myself all the questions and watching all my videos. This is a whole lot simpler. The total of these numbers, when you add them all up, when you add up to the first 12, it equals to 78. When you add up to the first 20, it equals 210. When you add up to 26, it equals 351. When you add up 27 to 36, okay, I don't remember what it is, but the total here should say 666. The Gematria tree. That's what I call this. Even though it's 9, I call it the Gematria tree just because, or Kabbalah tree. Anyways, see the 2 eyes on it? What else did I want to say? It's not a hell of a great video, eh? There's so many little things to do. Wow. They want me to go out. I really don't want to go. Do I be nice? Do I not be nice? Is it? Anyways, whatever it is, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to stop this video. Something I missed saying something, but Puff the Magic Dragon was a great song. I had trouble with. Could have been a whiskey, might have been a rye, could have been a 2 or 4 6-pack, I don't know. But look at the shape I'm in. My head is like a football. I think I'm gonna cry. Me oh my, it could have been a whiskey. Thank you for watching.